$10 and under alternatives to Charlotte Tilbury makeup. I'm Laura Ray. I love Charlotte Tilbury, but the price is pretty pricey. So I have some great alternatives that I wear all the time and enjoy just as much as my Charlotte Tilbury. On one side of my face today, I have all drugstore makeup, and on the other side, I have all Charlotte Tilbury. Can you guess which side it is? Well, you'll soon find out. I'll give you a spoiler. This side is all drugstore. Isn't it incredible how beautiful this side looks? And all of these products are products I've worn for a very long time, and I know that they hold up during a 12-hour work day. As you all know, I work outside the home as a teacher, and so when I go to school, I want my makeup to last, and that's how I try it out. I put it on around 5 o'clock in the morning. I come home 5 or 6 at night and I see which products really hold up. Now let's start with lipstick. L'Oreal has hit a home run with this new lipstick. This is their Nude line, L'Oreal Color Riche, and I love the shape of this. It looks so luxe. I've always liked this shape, just like the Clinique Black Honey. I like the long tube. Now, when I first got this, I thought it was way too drying for my lips. So I want to tell you a little hack I use for this and the Charlotte Tilbury, and it's the Palmer's Cocoa Butter. This is a swivel stick, they call it. This makes my lips so smooth and makes any lipstick that I use glide on, but especially these that are matte. So I put this on first. It seems to smooth out my lip lines like no other balm I've ever tried. So I'm really loving it, and it's so affordable. So I put that on and then put this on. And on this side, I have the infamous Pillow Talk. Now, this shade in the Nude is Admirable. And I find that it's a great dupe. I found other dupes over the past few years that I've talked about over and over in videos, but this is a very new, current lipstick that is a fabulous dupe. Let's talk about foundation. Now, when this Beautiful Skin foundation came out, I tried it and I really wasn't a fan. I loved the way it looked on my skin initially, but as I wore it to school throughout the day, I had a lot of breakdown around my nose and in other parts of my face. So it's one I won't repurchase. I don't feel bad about buying it, but it just isn't as good as others I have, especially this one. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This really does last on my skin. Now, right now, the foundation, both of these are a little deep for me. I thought they were good for camera, but I'm going with lighter shades now that I'm not in the sun very much and it's winter time. So this shade might seem a little dark in the video, but I wanted to show you how similar they look on the skin. They both have a very thin formula. I find that the Pro Glow really has just the right amount of glow for me. So this is one I will definitely repurchase. One of my favorite products from Charlotte Tilbury is her Pillow Talk eyeshadow palette. I am such a fan of eyeshadow. I think this is just so beautiful. This is the second one I've purchased. That shows you how much I love it. And this little pop here is very thin, sheer, and is great for if you're going out in the evening. I don't usually wear that pop during the day. I stick more with these neutrals. And when you research about like what eye shades are best for mature eyes, a lot of times the makeup artists and other people who put a lot of makeup on, a lot of people say pinky nudes look really beautiful. So I have a great dupe that's so affordable. Now, all the shades don't match in here, but I don't even wear all these shades. When I wear this to work, I usually put this one lighter shade on. This one here in the Revlon in their stylish palette is such a great match. Look at how much they look similar on my eyes. And this one has a gorgeous shade in it that doesn't match Charlotte's, but it's more of a bronze. I love this too. And then it's got a deeper shade for deepening the crease if that's what you want to do, or use it as a liner. But this Revlon palette is just so affordable compared with Charlotte's. And really my favorite shade out of Charlotte's is this lighter pink shade. I've been going with some lighter shades on my eyes and I really like them. So I'm so glad that I found it in the Revlon. Charlotte's recently come out with a brand new highlighter. I knew many of you would be interested in it or maybe a dupe for it, so I purchased it. This is her Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter. I love these names. Well, this is basically the one I bought, a very champagne-y highlighter. This is in the shade Champagne Glow. It gives you that glow. I like to use these in the center of my eyelid too for my eye looks, but it's definitely a beautiful highlighter. I went through all my collection, which is pretty extensive for highlighters, and only found one that would work so far. And that's from Physicians Formula. Now, this is an old product. I bought a new one, so I'd have a new one to test. This is Physicians Formula Warm Nude Highlighter. Now, if I go over the whole thing, I'm not going to get the look of the Charlotte. But the light row here on this side is a very similar look. Now, remember, we're looking for alternatives, and I wanted to show you this because people have forgotten this product. At least some people have. And this is an amazing product because you have a row of champagne, pink, and then you get into these sort of J-Lo sort of brown nudie glow. So this can be used for dozens of looks. I've used these on my eyes for years. And so you can do these rows individually with a smaller brush, or you can dip in with a bigger brush and swirl it and get a whole other look. But don't overlook this. It's definitely a product that feels so luxurious. Online, many people said that this palette from Maybelline was a great dupe for one of Charlotte's most famous products, which I've had for a long time, her Filmstar Bronze and Glow. Now, this is the full size. I've also bought minis. I've given this away as gifts because everyone I've ever given it to has said, wow, it is amazing. So I wanted to try out this dupe. Sometimes I try things that are online dupes and then I don't feel they're dupes at all. Now, what I want to say is that you have to go in with a lighter hand for the Maybelline because even just looking in the palette, you can see this is a little deeper. But if I don't put too much pressure or put too much powder on, it definitely gives a very similar look on the skin. It's in such a different price range than Charlotte's. Now, what I like is you're getting so much more than bronzer and highlighter. You're also getting a gorgeous blush. If you're wanting the one that's closest to Charlotte's, then you want to go with this one, the medium to deep. Another new dupe I have for you is for the Pillow Talk medium lipstick. Pillow Talk lipstick comes in a medium now. Originally, there was just one shade. Now there's more than one. This one that's a dupe that I think is great is the shade Shameless from Revlon. It's part of their matte series they came out with. Now, their mattes are not drying. I love Revlon mattes. But again, I really like putting that Palmer stick on first, and the lipstick just glides on like butter. It's incredible. But the formula of the Revlon feels a lot like Charlotte's. And in this case, I think it's a great color match and so much more affordable. Charlotte's cheek to sheet blushes are so infamous. People love them because you get this pop in the center that's a little bit lighter than the shade she's giving you, and it gives a nice highlight to the face. This one in Pillow Talk I use so much. It's such a beautiful shade. Now, a while back I talked about Naughty Nude from Revlon being a dupe. Well, I recently repurchased Naughty Nude and I don't feel like it is a dupe anymore. I don't know if there's some change in these blushes, but the Naughty Nude definitely is more nude, where the Pillow Talk is more of a pinky nude. But let me tell you, I bought so many of these Revlon blushes. I think they're great alternatives to Charlotte's. I love the formula of them. They stay on the cheeks. They blend so beautifully. They don't get in my fine lines. So if you're looking to spend a little less on blush but get a luxe look, then I highly recommend these blushes from Revlon. Recently, I talked about this shade, Ecstasy, which again is one of her biggest selling shades. And this dupe that I had tried out, it's from Rimmel. It's their Maxi Blush in the shade Third Base. I think this is a great dupe. This blush lasts all day. Again, it has a nice formula that doesn't accentuate any of the fine lines that I have close to the eye area. You know, when we're applying blush, we usually put it up here. At least I do. I've always, even in high school, I wore it very high on my cheekbones and would bring it up a little bit. So you're getting close to those areas where we as women over 50 usually have some fine lines. Well, this doesn't accentuate that. The blush is such a beautiful shade, and I don't think anyone that used it would be disappointed. I want to talk about one last lipstick, and this is not a dupe for any of Charlotte's shades that I know of, but if you're looking for a beautiful lipstick, I love these from Rimmel. These were the Rimmel Kate. I wish they would be back in the drugstores. I buy them off Amazon for a really good price, and I have so many of the shades. This is number 42. It's a pinky nude. This whole line, when they came out with it, the shades all look Charlotte-esque. And they're all in the 40s, the 41, 42, all the way up to like 47. But they're beautiful. I like to add this lighter shade like this, right in the middle of the lips. Beautiful. They're so creamy. I just think if this was sold as a high-end product, people would believe it is high-end, but it's so affordable. So those are my Charlotte Tilbury alternatives for $10 and under. Now, I do want to say this disclaimer that when I bought these products, they were under $10. Sometimes prices will vary online, so keep that in mind. But I have all the links beneath the video so you can shop those links. Thank you for doing that because I get a small commission back that helps me to purchase all of this makeup and be able to look for these dupes for you. Remember, I upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let me know your favorite one that I suggested today, or maybe you've tried some of this makeup and you'd like to share your opinion. I appreciate and love you all so much. I'll look forward to seeing you soon.